Hello YouTube. Hello everybody. How you doing? Uh, this video is going to be a story of mine. I'm full of stories, that kind of thing. Kids hate it. Man, I mean, hang on a minute. There we go. Hi. Anyway, this story is about, well, I'm going to help out Wake Up 508, because he's a good guy, and I like what he says, so I like to hang out with him out there in cyberspace. And he says a lot of things that are pretty much true, for the most part. Well, 99.9. Here's my story. When I came back from Germany, it was, well, I can't remember the dang year. 23 years ago, because my daughter's 23. And here it is. One day, I was living in a trailer, and one day I come home from work, and that kind of thing, and I walk in the door, and there's this chicken leg and thigh. I mean, big chicken leg thigh, right? Laying on my living room floor, right? And I'm like, oh, and we wasn't having chicken that night. I think we was having spaghetti. Forgive me, because you know how I get. I'm glad YouTube gave us more time, because then it don't make me rush and make me skip over and goof up, and lets me get my point out. Anyway, chicken leg and thigh. So I'm looking at this chicken leg and thigh, and I'm looking around and wondering what's going on here. And now this chicken leg and thigh, right? I mean, it was good 2/3 cooked, and it had grill marks and everything. Grill marks. It was still hot. And everything like that, and by God, look at me, I know y'all gonna make fun of me. I was tempted to pick it up, throw it in the pan, and finish cooking it and eating it. That's the survivalism in me. Anyway, so I say to my wife, Debbie, I go, "What's up with the chicken leg and thigh in my living room floor?" She goes, "I don't know where it came from. How did it get here?" And she didn't even know. So, we go over, and what the hell, pick it up, and like I said, it's still hot. It came, and it had grill marks in it, like it's being barbecued, and I wasn't barbecuing. So we're sitting there talking about it, and all of a sudden we see our cat, right, come up, grab up on it, and take it to the cat. Had just had kittens, and was weaning it and all that stuff, and was taking it to her kittens, to, how, like you see in the wild, the big lion and tigers and bears that take stuff out and, take it to their young. And right then and there, I put two and two together, that this cat had, because we lived in a big old trailer court. Where else would I live? Anyway, let's move on. What I had deduced or figured out was this cat, having these kittens and having the responsibility of that, had went out into the neighborhood, found this barbecue, walked onto a running barbecue grill, because remember, it had grill marks in it. It was 2/3 done. This was most done. Walked onto this grill, and it wasn't on a plate or taken off the grill, because it wasn't done. So it's not like it snitched it off the plate of done chicken. It walked onto this barbecue grill, snatched up this good, pound and a half piece of chicken, right? Brought it back to its kittens, and for the to feed them. So at that point in time, Debbie was pregnant with Jessica, our first kid, second kid, because we lost our first. And I figured out that this cat, out of instinct, whatever it got from, walked onto a running barbecue grill, snitched up this piece of chicken off this hot, flaming chicken cooking grill to get food to bring back to its kittens. So at that point in time, I said, man, that's dedicated. Alrighty then. And I'm thinking, and I look at my wife and kids, and because I had lost my first, that kind of thing, I go, now that's raising some kids. That's the way to do it. So right then and there, boy, I took the example of that cat. And I tell you what, I hate cats. I hate them. I own two. I have cats, you know, but I don't like them. They're nothing but footballs with feet, you know, punt. Okay, imagine that football game. Yeah. Anyway, so I said right there, by God, that's the way I'm going to raise my kids. Walk onto that, you know, that attitude. I will walk onto that barbecue grill and get that chicken bit and bring it back to my kids. You know, and I'm sitting there thinking, how on earth, how in the world, how in your mind or your heart, how could you do any less? Any less? I mean, we're sentient beings, right? Allegedly. Scratchy, scratchy. Excuse me. We're sentient beings. We know right from wrong. You know, this cat just did it on instinct. So I'm sitting there going, how could you do any less? I said to myself, I could do no less of an effort could I put out than some nasty cat out of instinct child care effort. And that's how I approached it. And by God, I did it. And like I said, that kicked some ass. Now, here's the second half of it. This is what gets me, and this is part of the thinking of Wake Up 508. You know, you hear the stories, like me, I was a mechanic all my life, and so, you know, you're in the mechanic shop and this and that, and you get these guys that come in, man, we drank 8 cases of beer last night, I've been up all night on my head's mess, it was fun, oh yeah, right, you know, blah, blah. Now the rest of the guys go, yeah, I was there too, man, it was cool. Meaning, go on. My dog. I like dogs. But anyway, so, you know, but they're just proud. They stayed up all night and they trash themselves and they're ignorant as hell and, you know, tell the fellas and they proud for him and wow. You know, what kicks me in the ass about that is let the baby wake up at 2 in the morning. Let that shit happen, right? Then you got this beer drinking individual. I think it's cool to do that, but when the baby wakes him up, it's nothing but shut that damn kid up, I gotta get to work in the morning. And just have no regard, care. You know, me, I got up, my God, that's my baby. Whoopsh. Right? But these guys, man, they'll beat that kid half to death. You know, the little baby, it don't know. Right? And how can you not be proud, man? You know, the louder my kids yelled and screamed, boy, the prouder I got. I said, that's right. He's a bad individual, isn't he? But the rest of them, well, they shut that kid up, get away from me, I got this, I got that. How can you have that attitude? How can you do it? How can you do less than some cat instinct? How can you live with yourself, you know, like that? Kid yells, screams, and all you want to do is shut it up. Yet, by God, you'll spend 2-3 days just polluting yourself. You know, and then all the rest of the fellas think that shit's cool. What's up with that? You know? You can't raise your kid, you can't, you know, that, I mean, that's your kid, that's your young man, that's your deal. And all you can say is shut that damn kid up and say it ain't so. All you dads out there, say there ain't 1 time, 2 times, or most times that you said, man, shut that kid up. And then on the other hand, go out there and party all night. You're more proud of your partying abilities than your parenting abilities? That is some sad shit. Say it ain't so. Alright, I know it's a little fraction, a little nutty. I'm trying to make a video, this and that, and keep them up. And that's my story for the day. And yes, by God, you know, how could you do any less? How could you do any less than some member of the animal kingdom? What does that say about us? What does it say? So look in that mirror and ask yourself, who are you? The cat? Or the guy? I didn't know how any other way to put that. I like to use the same letter words, that kind of thing. Anyway, there it is. There it is. Okay, live by your wits, not by your words. Bye.